welcome to, this is probably going to be the first video of Castle Homefront. And we live in Middle Tennessee. I bake bread, I do cottage bakery things out of my home, so you'll see some of that footage as well. But we also do gardening. We've done a garden probably 3 years now, and we've done it in the ground every time, and things just don't grow well. Our soil here is very rocky, clay, like it's just not good. So I got the bright idea to do raised beds this year, and that was a process. You'll see some of the videos filling up the first raised bed, which I'll show you in just a little bit. We had to do lots of things up and down the hill, like 40 wheelbarrow loads up and down the hill. It was a lot. So thanks to one of our dear friends, we were able to pull our giant bag of the Soil 3 brand veggie mix. I got a 1,500 pound bag. Sorry, I got the sniffles. I got a 1,500 pound bag, and we drug it up here with our dear friend's truck. Just drug it on the ground, and it worked. And we got our second 4x8 garden bed filled up in about 30 minutes, in comparison to the first 4x8 garden bed that took probably about 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna turn you guys around and kind of show you what's planted in my first one. I've already got some stuff planted in it. We just got our second one filled, and I'm gonna plant in it here in just a little bit. My husband's gonna help me with the trellis. All right, so here is the first 4x8 bed. This is the one that took the many days and many wheelbarrow loads up 2 hills to get back here. And then this is the one that we just got filled up, and it took about 30 minutes. And here's the giant bag of soil that I was telling you guys about. It is the veggie mix from Soil 3. I've never used this brand before, so yeah, hopefully it's gonna do well. But yeah, so I'm gonna give you a little tour of this first bed right here that I have planted. All right, so garden bed number 1. Everything in this bed except for those 4 little peppers right there, and the sunflowers at the end. Everything in here I bought from a local farm, not too far down the road from me. I've gotten starts from her for the last few years, and I have more for when my husband's working on that trellis. And there's my doggy, one of them. I have more stuff from her also that's going in there, and also I think some stuff that I did start from seed. So we'll start with the tomatoes. So these are some Arkansas Travelers. These 2 right here, which I know I didn't space them out enough, but there were 2 in the container that she sold me. So I just put them both in here together. Those are some mortgage lifters. Then we have a Cherokee Purple right here. And then we have a Sun Gold Cherry. And then our middle is some parsley, marigold, basil, a couple more marigolds, and some thyme. And then over here, there's a sunflower I got from another local produce stand. My husband got it for me a few weeks ago. The blooms are pretty spent. I need to come out here and deadhead them actually and see if they will rebloom. Both of those are at the end. And then we've got 4 little cayennes that I started from seed. We have 3 jalapenos right there. And this one is a cubanelle. So that is tour number 1 of the first garden bed. All right, guys. Hi. We're gonna just do a little planting. So this is the second garden bed that you guys saw that we filled up super fast today. So we're gonna plant before it rains. So the first bed is a lot of tomatoes and peppers. This bed actually I have you propped up on a trellis. I'll show you once we plant. My husband put up a trellis for me. So we're gonna do along the edge that you guys are propped up on. Lots of squash, zucchini. Gonna put some marigolds in between, and then do some cucumbers on the other side, because they're combative plants, so they can't be by each other. And then I have some mild peppers here that I started from seed that I think I'm gonna put down here on this end. They're called nada pinos. So they're just super mild, not spicy jalapenos. These were planted for my mom because she loves jalapeno poppers, but she does not like the spicy ones. So that's what we're doing with these. And then I do have some other things I started by seed. So I have some marigolds, and then I have one zinnia that survived. None of the other ones did really well. I have a little dahlia. I might plant it down here. I have a couple of little raised beds up there. I might put it in there. I don't know. We'll see. And then I actually have some squash, and you guys are kind of tilted. That's great. I have some squash and cucumber and zucchini that I also started by seed, that I think I'm gonna throw in here as well. The ones that are in trays like this, these are the rest of the plants I was talking about that I got from the local farm that's like 20 minutes down the road. So, and actually these are all flowers. These are all calendulas. And then I have some marigolds and then a different variety of marigolds here. So these will kind of be popped in throughout here. The other tray has some chives and other herbs, and then my cucumbers and squash and zucchini. So let's get started. You're not gonna be able to see me whenever I plant the stuff along the trellis, because that's where I have you sitting. So I'm just gonna lay it out over here, kind of space it out how I want it. I'll plant it, and then I will get to the dog's barking. I have 2 Great Pyrenees. Then I'll plant it and just show you guys after the fact. So I will go ahead and plant this side in the middle. These are the little guys that I started from seed. Started them in these like little grow pellets. So essentially you can just throw this whole thing in the ground. And I think this little outer, is supposed to dissolve. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, one of these is squash, one is zucchini. I did not label them, so I don't know which one is which, so we'll find out. All right, got everything laid out over there. So now we're gonna plant our mild peppers. So I'm gonna let my mom have the 4 nada pinos, and then I have 4 cayennes left over that I started from seed. I'm gonna up pot these into one of these. I'm gonna put one in each, and I'm gonna take those to her, I think this weekend, and let her have her own fresh, not hot jalapenos and her own cayenne peppers in her garden. These are also all peppers that I started from seed a while back ago, actually really early, like February. I was a little impatient, and they've survived. They're a little lighter in color, but I'm gonna plant them in here. We're gonna see how they turn out. And then this, I'm gonna put them at the other end of this row right here. I have some tomatoes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. They're gonna go maybe somewhere else. There were ones that I started from seed, but they don't look great, so I don't think they're gonna survive. But yeah, I didn't label these. I don't really remember which ones are which. I know I had like a chocolate bell pepper, I think some shishitos, maybe other varieties of bell pepper. I don't really remember. And I know I probably am not spacing these out adequately, but we're just gonna see how these peppers go. There's nothing wrong with experimenting and gardening. That's the fun of it. So at the end of the 2 pepper rows, I have a little Mexican sunflower that I started from seed. I think I'm gonna put this one back here because I think they get pretty tall. So I'm gonna put this one in the corner, this last corner over here of the pepper row, and then I have lots of zinnias. So I'm gonna put one in the corner over here. And then this middle row, like I said, I'm just gonna do a variety of different flowers for pollinators. We love the pollinators around here. All right, this garden bed is done. Zucchini. One of those little ones is squash and one is zucchini. Those are the ones I started from seed, and I don't know which is which. And they're probably too close together, but again, that's okay. That's the fun of gardening. These are both straight neck squash right here. I do have a marigold separating the squash, zucchini, and the cucumbers. I think that's a Market More, and then that's I think Burpless Alpha cucumber. Never grown one like that before, so we'll see how it goes. I have, there's my dogs again. I have calendula right here, lots of calendula, and then I have a dwarf zucchini variety here, a dwarf zucchini variety right here, marigolds, chives. I put another dwarf zucchini there. And then banana peppers. Here's my nadapinos. And then these are whatever peppers I'll find out when they come up, and you will too, because I will give you guys another garden tour once things start producing and when we're harvesting and stuff. And then there's a Mexican sunflower, and I think you guys can see from here. I did add some Durango marigolds in between my tomato plants, just because I, as you can see, still have a lot of flowers to figure out what to do with. So that's gonna be fun. All right, guys, last thing that we're gonna do today, garden wise, I'm gonna up pot these few peppers that I have for my mom. So I have, instead of making labels, I have made it easier on myself. The hot cayennes are going to be in these 3, and then the not hot jalapeno peppers are going to be in these 3. And I've already filled these up with some soil from my giant bag right over there. So let's get these. I have my little tiny tools here. These actually came from a little Amazon seed starting kit, so let's pretty cool. So in the comments, guys, tell me what you're growing this year, how you're growing. Are you growing in raised beds? Are you growing in containers? I want to hear from you guys, because I really love the gardening community. I love talking about gardening, reading about gardening, all things gardening. So yeah, you guys just in the comments, just tell me what all you're growing, what you like to grow, and all that good stuff. I will enjoy reading it. So I'm gonna finish potting all these before it rains. It looks like it might be gonna rain soon, so I really need to wrap it up. I have a lot of stuff to clean up. So yeah, I am gonna end this video right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you come and visit my channel again, and I hope you look forward to all the summer gardening videos that I will be posting. Bye guys.